And welcome back to Voices of Agriculture. You know, one of the top ag commodities we have in Tennessee is beef cattle. We have beef production taking place in all 95 counties, and each year, one of the lead commodity organizations for those farmers, the Tennessee Cattlemen's Association, holds their annual meeting in Murfreesboro.
Around 1,000 cattlemen gathered in Murfreesboro for the annual Tennessee Cattlemen's Association convention in late January. As usual, the convention featured a large trade show, speakers on evolving topics in the cattle industry, and an opportunity for producers to discuss issues.
People enjoy coming here. It's a good location for us. We tend to have our bigger crowds here. We've got, I think, 93 or 4 vendors here. So, like you said, it's a good chance to get together with folks and see people you only see maybe once a year and talk about the issues that are important to us.
TCA Executive Vice President Charles Hord says it's important for producers to gather at events like this, especially after the last 2 years of dealing with the pandemic. While discussion on policy and issues is a big aspect of the TCA convention, Association President Jay Yeargin says there's something for everybody.
You know, I think convention can be whatever you want it to be for different people. For me, I think it's the networking, meeting people, leaders from different industry groups. You know, some people are here for education, for speakers. You know, we've got some groups joining us, like the vets from across the state are here for continuing education. There's a lot of things go on at our convention, and some people are here basically shopping. You know, they're looking at items in our trade show, equipment they're looking to purchase for their farm, seeing demonstrations. So I think our convention could be whatever you want it to be. That's one nice thing about the cattle. There's lots of different ways you can be involved in the industry and do something completely different than your neighbor. And we're glad to have all those people join us at convention and see what all there is to offer.
Several key figures in the agriculture industry were given awards, including outgoing Deputy Tennessee Agriculture Commissioner Tom Womack, who's retiring after serving in the department for 35 years.
That was especially meaningful coming from Jay Yeargin, somebody has been a leader in the Farm Bureau for a long time and a great producer, somebody I admire and respect. And I've had the chance to work with some great people.
Some of the hot topics discussed at this year's convention was the cattle marketing and pricing issues and the ongoing supply chain and inflation issues facing farmers. And producers had the chance to share those concerns with lawmakers, as U.S. Congressman Scott Desjardins and Tennessee U.S. Senators Marsha Blackburn and Bill Hagerty spoke at the convention.
It's just a great group of guys, and we've had a good relationship. I, as you know, have been on the Ag Committee going into my 12th year now. And so we got a farm bill coming up in 2023, and I want to make sure that I understand what issues are pressing with them. I'll share what issues are on my radar. We've got to solve the supply chain issue. It's a huge issue. You know, we've got maybe some issues with the packers, but people go to the store and, you know, they're buying $6 hamburger and $30 filet, and they're thinking, wow, the cattlemen must be making a killing. But we know that those prices have stayed the same. In fact, COVID really created a problem for them.
It is vitally important that I hear from the farming community. When you see a 7, 8, 9% inflation rate, when you see inflation that is in the higher double digits when it comes to energy cost, all of this affects what you're going to be able to make from a production standpoint, especially when you see the downward pressure that is being placed on cattle.
You know, I heard very clearly today, and I've heard it for months from producers, that they are not seeing the types of increase, you know, at the production level that we're seeing at the store. The inflation that's creeping through the system has been massive. The dislocations have been a real problem. But we're looking hard at what's causing this. There's an oligopoly that handles the processing industry. There's a lot of concern about what may be happening there, the pricing power that they enjoy. Farm Bureau and Cattlemen's are very important to me because I rely on you all to basically bring the perspective, the point of view of your farmers to bear. You all are where the rubber meets the road. You can see the impact of these policies that don't make sense. You can see problems that need to be addressed.
You know, to have those national representatives here, you know, taking the time to visit with us, and we're hopefully putting on a show for them and letting them see, you know, what kind of industry we are. And so it, you know, it all works together. We have to get stronger and make sure we're finding our voice and representing them, and then we bring them in and they can talk to us and hear from us.
This is just another tool for our producers to be able to get together and share ideas. You know, we want our organization to grow. and be able to serve more people.
Well, Tennessee's cattle industry is blessed to have strong support from our members of Congress and also a governor who raises beef cattle himself.